or something. Says Tiffany, because they don't say it out loud. Tiffany McSpaddy's not guilty of shit. He's guilty. Please take it up here, all the way up to the upper echelon where the light's out, where the gold's out, everything. Tiffany McSpaddy didn't do shit. He did. Up here to set her up for her money. To protect Anthony Ciaz and Sean Clumpett and Amy Young and Katrina Hayward, because they're not only addicted to porn, but they're literally up here because of what they did to Tiffany when they left. Yeah, well, I'm Sean now. He's my brother, but he was not my brother. We were enemies, but somebody in my body was like, "Where's my buddy with Sean?" Like a little kid, man. And I didn't know if that was my daughter or someone else. I didn't know. Because I'm not in there. I'm not their mom. I can explain to you what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense unless you're up here. Oh, my boy with Sean. And then is Anunnaki? Yeah. And or no, Anton Obey baby or something. I was like, I'm not your mom. But I didn't rip your wings off. Somebody else did. You don't recognize me, mommy? Some demented ass shit. It's all to protect them, dude. I swear to God. Because it's. Because the swirl of information off your brainstem or whatever ain't from here, nigga. It's from a different country, homie. Not even a fucking homie, it's a fed. No, I love number one, number two, piece of shit fucking Anton Hyde. I do not love Anthony Ciaz whatsoever. And I love Sean Clumpett / Katrina Hayward / Tiffany Brooks Browning / Elijah Jimenez. with a Nico Horns dude who was a dad who was never allowed to be used because he was a dad and he's black on it. That is what a vigilante is. Tiffany goes through this every single day. She's been going through this every single day since they did this to her. I mean, the first year, it's like one person after the other. So it's like, we're setting up all the internet, Tiffany. I didn't even ask for what because somebody else is talking after that. Right? Okay. But since the Green Penny roll up or whatever, with the delete Mary off your Facebook, I'll block her for a minute because Thespian told me and I trusted Thespian, but Thespian is two-faced or whatever and delete all of our shit or whatever. And the next thing you know, Green Penny roll up, I see it come off my phone. I literally saw a version of my phone come off my phone and go up there to the guy who had my 9 shares out of 21. It was supposed to keep Tiffany, the innocent human being, protected. And then all of a sudden, it's nothing but stick up for Tiffany and everybody else in here solve cases that ain't fucking real. They're like, well, that's like literally like 2 people on the ground doing that. It's not even gay dudes. It's like 2 normal people doing it. And this over here is literally them watching porn. Up here to do something different. I don't know. They're probably embedding it on a timeline over something different that wasn't real either. Because you're synapshotting something that's not real, or maybe everybody sat in their body to get off virtually, like in a tent illegally, with different people over them. They knew it was going to happen without meth breath on it. Yeah, because he allows people to sit with him. She doesn't. Neither does Katrina, neither does Amy Young, neither does Jessica Pace, neither does anybody else. Because the females on the ground don't know what you're fucking saying, man. Only because, man, it ain't the fucking girls in here. It's the dudes, pretty much. I mean, they might have personalities in here, but they just, I can't, it doesn't fucking matter. Exulance is called. She just took it for 3 years. That's why it's fucking annoying. She wasn't a bad mom. She just didn't have a fucking car most of the time because they were too busy stealing it, popping the fucking tires. They broke up. She became homeless. She did crank for a while. With the DEA in her fucking head, bowling her out legally, letting this motherfucker run her life. Not letting her be a fucking boyfriend or girlfriend to anybody else. Not she's gay or nothing, but anyways. Because when she left this situation and she crossed the bridge, I don't know, I rewound the video, I guess. But anyways, the whole point is when she literally left this situation and she threw the coins at him, she was like, "Fuck you, be true to somebody else, have fun in non-extradition." Anthony Ciaz, and he's like, "Any friend of mine, we gonna share the same enemies." I was like, "Oh hell no," because that's something I had said before. But anyways, because there is backwards, forwards, whatever. Because if I diss him, I diss the person on his head. Anyways, the point is that like I literally like I threw the coins at him. I was like, I'm done. Okay, I called my brother. I walked to Safeway because my car was broken down or whatever because he ran out of gas. And fucking, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows what my struggle is because they're too busy seeing their struggle in here. Or looking at other people's struggle that's saying that's Tiffany's struggle or whatever, and then getting her money as them somewhere else. Anyway, the point is like she crossed the bridge with like us in her. It wasn't. I can't explain to you, man. When you're a good person, it's not FBI, DEA necessarily, but whoever the fuck it was the ones leading her to do what she did. She fucking threw the coins at him. She said, "I'm done with his fucking life." She literally got off points. She got off liquor. She got off crank. She was never doing heroin. She got off drugs completely. Like, needles in your fucking arm or neck or whatever the fuck is an addiction itself. The needle itself is an addiction. She didn't do heroin. She did crank. But she did it because she hated her fucking life, not knowing how to be anything else besides a wife and a mom, controlled by Anthony Ciaz and you in the DEA, that's FBI Portland. Just us bootstrap. So fuck you, man. This song was playing when she crossed the fucking bridge. She loved this fucking song. She's like, "I'm doing this for my baby girl." But she didn't know she ever did drugs. Her son already loved his mom. Like, her son had no ill will or ill thoughts about his mom whatsoever. He was proud of his mom. His mom does not know that she never even did hardcore drugs. He just knew that she did pills in the past and was an alcoholic. Because she had a pill prescription for pain, man. Yeah, he did accuse her of doing drugs or whatever, but he didn't realize that she was homeless on the streets after Sal and Tony broke up because she's not going to sit there and talk shit to her baby boy and be like, "Well, I mean, I'm just in a van and I'm doing crank with a bunch of heroin addicts because I'm homeless and I don't really know where else to go because, well, he moved in with his girlfriend and I don't want to make him look bad." You know what I mean? He didn't know that. All he knew is that he was also homeless on the fucking streets and didn't know where his fucking mom was. So fuck you, man. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. She got off drugs 3 years ago, moved across the fucking bridge to get the fuck away from them in the paid pharmacy program or whatever the fuck this Anthony Ciaz, and you motherfuckers, yeah, you motherfuckers made her talk to him again. She put him in the hurt locker. She didn't want to talk to him at all. And all of a sudden, there's some, whatever the fuck that is, what that is, some brain something. They're like, "He's dying," and they made her cry or whatever. So she called him. He's like, "Yeah, well, I'm at your apartment. Can I come pick you up?" I'm all, let me call you back. Next thing you know, the FBI is calling Sal, and Sal's calling Tiffany, and he's like, yeah, Krista called me and said that AK's still in your shit from your apartment. I'm all, okay. I'm gonna go there and get my important papers really quick, or at least, or whatever. So he went there, he got my important papers, or whatever. But the point is that, like, Trista didn't call them or him from the ground and say shit. It was the FBI, man, or the UE up here, the people that don't exist. Because they don't have no recollection of saying shit on the fucking ground. Because they don't do it from the fucking ground. They do it from the FBI sky. And the only person who understands what the FBI sky is me. Okay? Because I've been betrayed by it for this motherfucker to get my money. It's just, so disgustingly fucked up. And they're sitting here like, oh, well, Tiffany chose drugs over her kids. I'm like, that's Sarah. I got off drugs to be a better mom. I never once chose drugs over my kids on the ground at all. I was a drug addict, yeah, but my kids didn't know that. And I would see my kids as often as I could. Right? I would drive to my ex's house and I'd see my baby girl over there and we'd dance in the kitchen or whatever we'd do. I'd eat dinner there or whatever. But I was hella controlled by the person around me and the people around me / them. They were letting him control me, making me feel like I couldn't have a real boyfriend or have a real best friend in the drug industry or any other industry at all. You don't want to fucking take responsibility, DEA? You don't know who Anthony Ciaz is? You don't know who Ashley Service is? You know who the spray tan girl is? Lying ass sack of shit? Go fuck your fucking self, nigga. Sorry, that's one of my homeboys saying that. Making my way, trying to be someone that she can be proud of one day. Out on my own, I'm doing it my way. That's what I mean, man. I'm sitting there crying in that video and shit because they're crying with me because they know I'm a good person and I've never hurt nobody and they did all take part in setting me up, either on purpose or accident for selfish gain or whatever. Or maybe it's a secret thing and it's just going and going and going. But the point here is like, I crossed the bridge. These motherfuckers from Portland that played the game were not allowed to cross the bridge with me. Okay, they were not allowed to cross the bridge with me to Washington State, but yet they did. And then they sent me back over to Portland to catch 3 more bodies to keep them here because they had all moved to Arizona. So they could keep playing their paid informancy, bullshit, fucking faggot ass, whatever the fuck, / porn industry bullshit up here. Because they're addicted to it, man, virtually or whatever you're gonna say, dude. But the point is, like, I'm not a virtuality porn person. Like, I don't even, like, I mean, even if I was, like, Nikki Heaton, you know what I mean? Like, I would never be up there like, oh, yeah, I'm Nikki Heaton. Like, hey, you want to do porn? Fuck you. It's against my fucking religion, man. I don't care if I had sex with people that I wasn't married to or not. The point is it is against my religion. Every time I ever did, I felt convicted by God. Or whoever it isn't. Anyway, that song, the Sephardi song, Breaking the Rules or whatever, I literally was playing it as I crossed the bridge with you know, I gave up the life. Like, it's not that I had like a huge like, oh, I'm breaking my rules from all my besties over here and I accidentally did drugs or whatever and I'm just cutting them off. No, it was a fucking scary ass life. But it's all I knew for 3 years. Being controlled by the person in my life and the law above him. in real life. And all my friends around her or him or them or whatever were all in on it. But I wasn't because they'd all been in trouble before. Okay? So when my besties calling me over there and all of a sudden all these dudes are showing up and they're all trying to see if they can get in my pants or whatever to win some bet. Like, it is just so fucking demented. I can't even fucking get on it. And now guess what? Now she hates me on Facebook, and she won't even answer my calls. And neither will my good, clean, and sober friends in Washington State. I'm not really sure why or nothing. They're like, well, we don't really care what you did in your past, Tiffany. I'm all, why are you even saying that to me right now? Did I write you that I killed somebody in my past or stabbed somebody in my past? Like, it doesn't make sense because you motherfuckers are the ones talking to them up here. Whether you're sticking up for me or not, you are doing that, not me. I have sent them videos, yes, but it's not a video that would ever make any of my real best friends in their forward brain be like, wow, that's kind of a confusing story, but you know, maybe we should go pick her up. Let's go take her to the bar. Let's have her stay the night with us. Anything else besides what the fuck you guys did, which is gang stalking, okay? Because when you see me with my normal friends, rather back in the day when I was getting high with them, everybody fucking loves me on the high ground, okay? Everybody loves me on the clean and sober ground because I act like a normal person around everybody else when I'm around somebody real. But when I'm sitting here and trapped in Vancouver, Washington now for 3 years in March, okay, with them supposedly talking out of my mouth, or maybe it's just me doing it, whatever you're fucking saying. The point is that I'm a normal human being when I'm with other people. And I can't really necessarily comprehend what they're saying in front of me because somebody else is listening to what they're saying up here. But that's a DEA thing that I'm illegally connected to times 3. Okay? And I turned that into a fuck you. You're not allowed to watch me, record me, or write me down on the ground, or anybody else either. And then I went over across the seas with my angel people and got permission to further develop whatever it was that made them call me a nose picker / porn star to my face. When they weren't even talking about me, they were talking about who the fuck was on my head in the UE, which is the upper echelon. I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that law enforcement people, Showtime, are literally letting people call another person like some sex goddess or whatever for points or something different? Right, so they saluted Tiffany because there was an imaginary player up here that was, I don't even know, man. Maybe it was, they were just being sarcastic or they were talking shit about the girl in my head who was a slut. But the point is I didn't know that. So when he calls me a porn star / nose picker, she's like, I'm sorry, girl. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, like, why are you sorry? But I was too afraid to ask because I don't like confrontation. Or the person in my head already didn't let me ask because they were going to get in trouble. But the point here is I'm not a hooker. I'm not a slut. I was not doing virtual reality porn. I was not up here pretending to be somebody else. I'm not in somebody else's DEA body taking a shower out loud when I'm literally taking a shower in the dark with a tea light and a cop's literally coming over here being like, yeah, bitch, we can see you, but we don't see you in the dark, Tiffany. We see somebody else. Back then, on that side, and they come down on this side, they're like, I'm all split screen. And they're like, oh, it was just you in the shower? Oh, weird. I saw 2 people. It's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's just fucking annoying. I have DEA in Oregon, Washington, California, and Arizona that have my back. In every state. I also have 2 FBI agents in certain states that I can't say who they are because I'm not really sure because I'm pretty sure they keep changing profiles because they're so humiliated about what these people did up here in my body or off my brainstem. Or maybe it was just them believing Rachel or whoever else it was in up here. Because they couldn't get down here past that. Because I am the anomaly. Whatever they did to me, whatever my homeboys did to me, or their fucking conglomerates, or whatever they did to me, or whatever, we're not saying, including on the fucking internet, or whatever. Anyway, whatever happened to me in my brain stems or my eye stems or whatever is illegal as fuck. And I got permission from a different country to further develop that shit to not let that happen to me no more or anybody else ever again. Because when I'm sitting here hearing some lady bawling her eyes out, to a fucking judge losing her fucking children because of what the judge is looking at, because this motherfucker is making her look at it with a globe on or whatever the fuck they're doing. And she's like, I understand, Judge. I understand. I understand that you're looking at this and you see me, but that's not me. I'm looking at it. I'm like that. And she knows in her forward brain and her subconscious brain that that's not her doing it, but she can't prove it because she's not Tiffany. I get really fucking pissed off. So then what do? I submit something to, I don't know, Interpol / Foreign Nations London. And I tell them that that's the fucking situation. And they're like, well, we're just going to say it was Rachel. Fuck it. It's only a matter of time till your evil empire gets taken the fuck down.